Hey guys, it's Nick, and well, the Hawks made some news today, and it deals with a trade with a team we just lost to in the Stanley Cup playoffs. As the Hawks trade 25-year-old right winger Dylan Sikura to the Vegas Golden Knights for 29-year-old centerman, former Blackhawk draft pick, and played with the Hawks prior, um, Brandon Pirri. This trade came out of nowhere just because it was a trade. I would have thought the Hawks would have done a trade where they would have gone for more cap relief, and they didn't. They traded someone basically coming off in um their restricted free agent season, and well, the Hawks made a trade with Vegas. It kind of came out of nowhere in my opinion. But it's something interesting to see. Let's take a look into this trade. Okay, let's start with what the Hawks are getting. Brandon Pirri, a 29-year-old centerman who has 275 games played in the NHL with 72 goals, 49 assists for 121 points. Yes, I already said Pirri was a former Blackhawk. He was drafted by the Hawks and he played some games with the Hawks prior to us trading him down to the Florida Panthers. He's moved around quite a bit. He found himself in Vegas, played with the Chicago Wolves for the past few years, but he's played a few games with the Vegas Golden Knights. It's an interesting seeing Pirri coming back. I did not expect to see him come back, and well, the Hawks made a move where we brought him back today. Let's see what Vegas gets. Dylan Sikura going to Vegas, a 25-year-old winger. He also can play center, but he primarily played on the wing in Chicago. He did play some times at center. Played 47 games in the NHL with 1 goal, 13 assists for 14 points. The Hawks were probably trying to. I think the Hawks basically said he's had 47 games in the NHL with 14 points with 1 goal. It's kind of interesting to see him get traded at the age he is, with the fact that he still has some upside to him. He just does not show that his finish in the NHL level isn't there quite yet. But when he's in like the AHL, when he was playing with Rockford, he played well. It's interesting to see how the Hawks just traded Sikura for Pirri today. I thought, okay, well, let's see what the two teams get. It's 1 for 1. It's a fair trade, honestly. The Hawks get someone with more experience, with more offensive upside. The Golden Knights are going to try and develop Sikura, I feel like. Okay, I want to hear what your thoughts are on this trade. I think it's like a fair 1 for 1 trade. Hawks get someone with offensive upside, with a little more experience. Vegas gets a prospect they can try and develop. It's something interesting to see. The Hawks are getting a player back. Yes, they are bringing back a player again, but this time he really didn't play much with the Chicago Blackhawks prior. He was drafted by the Hawks, yes. He was also played for the Rockford Ice Hogs for a few years. Then he got moved over to the Panthers, and then, well, it just seems like, okay, let's see what he can do this time around with the Chicago Blackhawks. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this trade. I think it's a fair 1 for 1 trade, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and most of all, let's go Hawks.